Hi, welcome to How We Met. I'm Sheryl Strich, and every month I get to interview two couples who tell their story about how they met. First couple up today is Mary and Barry Allwright. Mary and Barry are both in the All Musicians Club and in a little jam group which is currently on hiatus. Barry plays a lot of golf, and Mary's in the History Club and tries to make the Tuesday and Thursday 9:50 exercise class in Clubhouse 1. She's in a Thursday night canasta group, and outside of the village, Mary is the editor of an online magazine for the Plato Society group. Mary was recently in Theater Guild productions of Irma Bombeck and also Cavalcade of Comedy. We film a month before, so the show is tonight, but I had to mention it for next month. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He is also in the History Club, and he's doing some presentations on Will Rogers and the Pacific Crest Trail and that sort of thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And Barry is also in the History Club. So thank you so much for coming on. I always ask 3 questions, and the first question is really a tough one. Where are you from?
Me, personally?
You?
Portland, Oregon. Came here down to Southern California when I was 7 years old, so.
And you've been in Southern California ever since?
Ever since.
I'm one of 11 natives in the state. I was born in Culver City, California.
Oh, well, great.
Yeah.
Great. How long have you been a couple?
Okay, let's count this. It'll be 31, so it's really for 33 years.
33
I guess, if
years.
you count it all up.
Okay, and how long have you been in Laguna Woods?
Almost exactly 1 year.
And we'll probably get into that, why you moved to Laguna Woods, but let's get started about how you met. So, how'd you meet?
I was sitting in the boardroom of it was the Sierra Club, and there was the part of the Sierra Club that does inner city outings, and we take at that time we were both middle school teachers, and you take your kids from the inner city on a hike.
So you were a teacher coming to a Sierra Club function.
Meeting, yeah, and
We did the same thing at our respective schools.
It's different schools.
Different schools. You gather kids together whose parents will let them go, and then you get in a bus with the Sierra Club leader, and they take the kids to somewhere in the Santa Monica Mountains, and the kids, many of them never left Los Angeles. So it was a remarkable experience for all of us.
They've lived there their whole lives, never seen the ocean. Like one little girl cried when she missed the cow, that was out the window, and it's just, it's a really wonderful. So anyway, I'm sitting there and we're to give my report to tell them what happened, and the president's, I guess a little bit later, went to get coffee or something. So she walks in with this guy behind her.
Barry?
And I thought, oh, the couple there, And it never dawned on me that they weren't together just because of the way they walked in. Why did you walk in? Why did you walk in at the same time? You don't
I have
know?
no idea.
Oh, this is a story. Okay, we'll look into that later. Anyway, so then he came up to me afterwards and he said, he introduced himself and he said, what school do you work at, and so on and so forth. And he said, an assistant principal there that we know. Charlotte was her name, first name. And she said, tell him, I said, hello. I said, what was your name again? And so every time I saw her after that, we'd chat or something, I'd walk, I forgot to tell her about Barry, And so his name was on my mind. So then you get to tell the second part.
So we both liked country western dancing.
How did you know that?
Well,
we didn't.
I had not been before.
But how did you know that?
We didn't.
Okay.
We didn't.
So 20 miles away, and maybe 3 weeks later, we happened to show up at Denim and Diamonds.
Oh, separately.
Completely independent.
Oh.
My son had gotten out of the Army, and he had been stationed in a southern state. And he said, you have to try country western. I'm like, what do you mean country? And I was with my son.
Okay, that's why you were there.
I was there sitting there in a booth with anyway.
And you like country western?
I was learning how to do country western dancing.
Okay.
I'm forgetting that was her first time.
Yeah.
I'd probably been there half a dozen times.
Okay. All right.
So I see this woman, and I go, oh, I know her, and I had to took a moment for me to register who she was, and then she was with her son, who's 6'6", 240 pounds, and I presume it's her date. That I thought she was going out with her son.
You didn't.
So I didn't know.
There's this little funniness in our family.
Yeah. So she looks young. So anyway, I said hi, and then we sort of had to register where we knew each other from, and then we ended up talking.
When did you tell him that was your son?
Oh, I said, here's my son.
Okay. So then you could stay and talk.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
then he sat down, instead of like, and my son after a while is like watching, like, I don't think you really want to be around your mom when she's
Meeting a guy.
So he left. He left after, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, I think. I don't know, we were just talking.
30 years ago. Who knows?
33 years ago, yeah.
And so, okay, so you took Mary's number,
Yeah.
because at that time you didn't take his number.
No, we had no intention of ever seeing each other again when we
Really?
were at the Sierra Club meeting.
Oh, but when you were country
Yeah,
western.
well, after we went, and then we just sat and we closed the place down.
So we went out in the parking lot, and it was, I don't know how we went to work the next day.
Well, hold on a second. You came with your son.
Yes, I have the same question. How did she get home?
How did you get home? You didn't drive her home?
You didn't notice we were standing you knew we were standing by my car.
Well, how did your son get home?
Oh, it must have come separ'd from you.
We must have, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's all I
I'm
can
worried
think of.
about him now.
Where'd he go? How'd he get home? How'd he get home?
Who cares, I'm
All right, okay, so then you took Mary's number. Mary, you did not take Barry's number.
No.
We didn't do that then, 30 years ago. And then how soon did you call her?
Oh, very soon. It was obvious that we had so much in common. It was just a...
So at that point, you were both middle school teachers?
Teachers.
Yeah.
And then when did you move up?
Probably 10 years later, we became assistant principals.
So-
You both moved up.
It was probably 6 or 7, I think, years later. We became then counselors.
Yeah, we became counselors
School
first.
counselors, and then, yeah, you're right about in terms of
But at
assistant
different, but at both inner cities, both different schools, both inner city schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Although I ended up being transferred to different places and ended up at a high-performing school.
So, okay, so then when did you become okay, so you started dating. And then how soon after that did you realize you were really a couple?
Well,
when you were
here's what happened is he invited me over to his place. He said, I'll fix dinner. And I was so shocked. Yeah, I thought, you cook, and I thought, that's a deal. So he invites me over, and it was spaghetti, I think, it was spaghetti that he made. Something, sort of a tradition with me, unfortunately, is I got some on my clothes, and
That's the tradition?
that's,
It's a trait.
I don't know. There's some, I don't know, loose space in my, something happens. And so he says, here, I went, oh, well, I'll have to wash this, and he said, no, take my shirt. I'm like, oh, I can't take your shirt. That's ridiculous. So he makes me take his shirt. And then he's going away on vacation. And I thought, I wonder why I'm doing this. I slept in that shirt every single night, when he was gone. And I didn't even know him. And I thought, I'm being so odd. But anyway.
We had the same experience. I was on vacation. I was like, I miss her. I don't even know who she is, but it was this sense of, wanting to be around her. Interestingly enough, we were both dating other people at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
You would have to bring that up.
Were you on vacation with the other person?
No.
you were seeing? Oh.
No. But that was it. I think, I don't know about her, but I mean, but she lived pretty far away anyway. But
So was that the last vacation you took without Mary?
more or less, every year I walk
Oh, yeah.
the Pacific Crest
Okay,
Trail.
well, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
That doesn't count because you're not going to do that.
No.
Right.
He went with his brother every year, and always a different group of people. And I stayed home and people say, where is he? I said, you know, he went to Thailand. I don't know why, he goes there every year. And people would look at me like, you know, oh, do I tell her what I think, my suspicions, you know?
Why does he go to Thailand by himself every year? I don't know.
But he was
I
up
love
there.
that.
He was up there during 9/11 and didn't know it happened.
Oh.
We came out of the mountain on 9/14 into a small town in central Oregon. And we see all the flags at half-staff and "We love you, New York" signs. And I walked up to this guy and I go, "What's with all of the New York stuff?" He goes, "What are you, from Mars?" I mean, we lived through 9/11. We never knew. It was like Rip Van Winkle. We woke up in a different world. You know, it was crazy.
And how did you get back from Oregon?
We
Nothing
were-
was moving, or had you left a car?
We went, one of us flew and unwisely had his canister of gas that you use to heat when you're in the mountains, and he took it on the plane, and they almost shot him, I think.
That was not you. That was your brother.
My brother and I drove, and he
okay.
flew.
Okay. All right. Right. You went from one Rip Van Winkle to a whole different America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I didn't know because they were thinking that there were, you know, camps up there of terrorists in the mountains, and I was like, I didn't know the whole time if he was
You know, interestingly, that's before your cell phones really worked,
right.
and you could really contact people. I mean,
Right.
well, how we live now, like, why didn't you call him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you would have reached him, but not
Maybe.
then.
Yeah.
Well, he would have had a special phone that he could use in the mountains.
Maybe, yeah. Satellite phone.
Right,
or
a
something.
satellite. You would have had a satellite
Oh,
phone.
yeah,
So
there
Yeah,
you
I
go.
guess
You're
so.
right.
Yeah.
yeah. But in case you ever want to do this again,
Yes. Oh,
I'm giving you the information.
I'm on it.
And so do you have a company, a name?
No. So what kind of trips or stuff have you done? Mary, you've been in a lot of shows. Have you worked with her?
No, I have become the cameraman for all of her auditions because now you do auditions from your house, and that's, you know, we do a lot of them. She's really cooperative and easy to be with during those times. And
Not true at all.
so no, I'm not.
I'm like this. Oh, you got the camera angle wrong, like that, and I don't know how he puts up with me.
I'm not in the acting world, but I did do Toastmasters, and I've booked with a number of the senior centers in the community to do this lecture on Will Rogers, because we were docents at his home.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I've gotten the 2-minute warning, so I'm going to put in a little plug right now. Mary and I are in Cavalcade of Comedy, which is showing tonight. However, Village Television is going to be filming it, and it will be on YouTube. Mary plays a judge, and I play a doctor. And unfortunately, if you're seeing this now, you will have missed the live show, but it will be on YouTube, so you can see it. And it's been a delight. It's been a delight working with you, both here and
It has been.
and the rehearsals.
It's been great fun.
It's every day, every rehearsal is a different situation. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming on. It's really fun. Thank you.
thank you very much.
If you'd like to come on to the show, email us at lwvcouples@gmail.com. Include your name, phone number, and email address, and brief description of your story.